Hello students, in my previous video lectures we have seen about analytic functions and Cauchy-Riemann conditions and some problems based on Cauchy-Riemann conditions. You can find links below in the description box. Today we will see what is Milne-Thomson method and some examples based on Milne-Thomson method. This method is actually a method to construct analytic function. Okay. So, we know that z is equal to x plus iota y and its complex conjugate z bar is equal to x minus iota y. Then z plus z bar is equal to twice of x or x is equal to z plus z bar by 2. Similarly, z minus z bar is equal to twice of iota y and y is equal to z minus z bar by twice of iota. Okay. Again, if we take z is equal to z bar, okay, because x and y both are independent variables, so we take z is equal to z bar. Then in that case z is equal to x, or we can say x is equal to z and y is equal to 0. Okay, so x will become z and y will become 0. Now we know that our function fz is equal to u x comma y plus iota v x comma y, means u and v, they both are functions of x and y. At this point z is equal to z bar. This becomes u z comma 0 plus iota v z comma 0. Okay. Now we construct this function fz in two ways. First when u is given and second when v is given. Okay. So we know that f dash z is equal to del u by del x plus iota del v by del x, or 1 by iota del u by del y plus iota del v by del y. We have seen this during the proof of Cauchy-Riemann conditions. In my previous video lecture, you can search that. So, if u is given, then we take this first form of this equation, and when v is given, we use this second form. So, we take first case when u is given. When u is given, okay, in that case f dash z is equal to del u by del x plus iota del v by del x. Again by Cauchy-Riemann condition we can replace this del v by del x by minus del u by del y. Okay, so it will become del u by del x minus iota del u by del y, because by Cauchy-Riemann condition we know that del u by del y is equal to minus of del v by del x. Okay, we know that by Cauchy-Riemann condition. Now we put this del u by del x is equal to theta 1 xy and del u by del y is equal to theta 2 xy. Okay. Now our function fz is equal to theta 1 xy minus iota theta 2 xy. We are putting the values of del u by del x and del u by del y. So, f dash z. Okay. So, integrating it, we'll get the function fz. So, integration of theta 1 xy minus iota theta 2 xy dz plus c. C is constant of integration here. Now at z is equal to z bar. Okay. This function will become integration of theta 1 z0 minus iota theta 2 z0 dz plus c. So this is our analytic function. Now we take case 2. When v is given. When v is given, in that case f dash z is equal to 1 by iota del u by del y plus iota del v by del y. We know that 1 by iota is equal to minus iota. Okay. So open the bracket, it will become minus iota del u by del y plus del v by del y. Okay. Again, by using Cauchy-Riemann conditions, we can replace this value del u by del y by minus del v by del x. Okay. So it will become del v by del x plus iota del v by del x plus del v by del y. By convention, we write real part first. So it can be written as del v by del y plus iota del v by del x. Okay. Now put del v by del y is equal to phi 1 xy and del v by del x is equal to phi 2 xy. So our function f dash z is equal to, putting value here, we'll get phi 1 xy plus iota phi 2 xy, and at the point z is equal to z0, it will become phi 1 z0 plus iota phi 2 z0. Okay. So on integrating this function, we will get our function fz. So fz will be integration of phi 1 z0 plus iota phi 2 z0 dz plus c. Okay. So in this way we can find our analytic function. Okay. Now we see some examples based on this Cauchy-Riemann condition. Right. We take our first problem. Prove that the function u is equal to sin x cos hy, it is hyperbolic function, plus twice of cos x sin hy plus x square minus y square plus 4xy is a harmonic function and find its corresponding analytic function. Okay, so u is given here. Solution: given u is equal to sin x cos hy plus twice of cos x sin hy plus x square minus y square plus 4xy. Now we differentiate this function partially with respect to x, del u by del x. When we are differentiating partially with respect to x, that means we are treating y as constant. So it will give you cos x cos hy minus twice of sin x sin hy plus twice of x plus 4y. Okay, we say it theta 1 x y. For the construction of analytic function, this much is sufficient, but we have to prove here the function is harmonic also. That means it satisfies Laplace equation. For in that case, we have to differentiate this function once again. Means we have to take second order derivative also. So del square u by del x square. Suppose it is equation number 1. Okay. So again we are differentiating this function. We get minus sin x cos hy minus twice of cos x sin hy plus 2. Suppose it is equation number 2. Again we differentiate this function with respect to y. Again we are taking partial differentiation. That means we treat x as constant here. Okay. So del u by del y, we differentiate this function, this hyperbolic function. We know that derivative of cos hy is sin hy and derivative of sin hy is cos hy. Okay. So it will come sin x sin hy plus twice of cos x cos hy minus twice of y plus 4x. Suppose it is theta 2 xy. It is equation number 3. Now again del square u by del y square. We get sin x cos hy plus 2 cos x sin hy and minus 2. It is equation number 4. Okay. Now to check this function is analytic function, this function is harmonic function, it should satisfy Laplace equation. And what is Laplace equation? Del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square. It must be equal to 0. Okay. So here by adding equation number 2 and 4. Okay. Equation number 2 and this equation number 2 and this equation number 4. We'll get the same equation, means this equation del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square is equal to 0, which shows that the function is harmonic. Right? Now we construct the analytic function by using Milne-Thomson method. Now we know that fz is equal to integration of theta 1 z0 minus iota theta 2 z0 dz plus c. Okay, so to find theta 1 z0 and theta 2 z0, what we do, we put x is equal to z and y is equal to 0 in the values of theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, so we have already found this. We can see theta 1 and this theta 2. So what we get after putting this value, we will get cos z plus twice of z minus iota 2 cos z plus 4z dz plus c. Take 2 common from here. Cos z plus twice of z plus twice of minus twice of iota cos z plus 2z dz plus c, which is actually 1 minus twice of iota cos z plus twice of z dz plus c. So after integration, what we get? We'll get 1 minus twice of iota sin z plus z square plus c. So this is our required analytic function for the given value of u. Okay, so this problem is solved. Now we take one more type of example. So problem 2. If fz is equal to u plus iota v is an analytic function of z is equal to x plus iota y, and u minus v is equal to e to the power x cos y minus sin y, then find the analytic function fz. Okay, now see how to solve such type of problems. We know that fz is equal to u plus iota v. Okay, if we multiply this whole equation by iota, then we get iota fz is equal to iota u minus v. Now we add these two, we'll get 1 plus iota f of z is equal to u minus v plus iota u plus v. Okay, now put u minus v is equal to capital U and u plus v is equal to capital V. Then this function will become 1 plus iota fz is equal to u plus iota v. Okay, we call it gz. Okay, now we apply Milne-Thomson method on this new function gz. Okay, where u is given means u minus v is given here. Okay, so gz is equal to integration of theta 1 xy. Okay, we find out del u by del z here. Okay, so u is given, u minus v it is given as e to the power x cos y minus sin y. Okay. Now we differentiate this function with respect to x. Del u by del x is equal to e to the power x cos y minus sin y. It is theta 1 xy. Now again we differentiate this function with respect to y. We will get e to the power x minus sin y minus cos y, or minus e to the power x sin x plus cos y. It is our function theta 2 xy. Okay. Then gz is equal to integration of theta 1 z0 minus iota theta 2 z0 dz plus c. We are applying Milne-Thomson method on this new function gz, okay, which have been defined as 1 plus iota fz. So put the values here. Again theta 1 z0 means put x is equal to z and y is equal to 0. Then we'll get e to the power z minus iota. Here we get minus e to the power z dz plus c, or 1 plus iota e to the power z dz plus c. After integration we will get 1 plus iota e to the power z plus c. Now we put the value of this gz here. Gz is equal to 1 plus iota fz is equal to 1 plus iota e to the power z plus c. Okay. Again this 1 plus iota and this 1 plus iota will cancel each other, and we'll get fz is equal to e to the power z plus c. C is a constant value here. So c by 1 plus iota, if we write it again as a constant, it will again give a constant value. So we can write it as c, or we can put some other value c dash or k for a constant value. Okay. So it hardly matters because c by 1 plus iota is again a constant value. Okay. So what will be our function? Our function will be f of z is equal to e to the power z plus c. So it is our answer. Okay. I hope this video lecture was helpful. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you.